Chandra, excellent work here on all counts. The only little thing I might suggest is taking a look at the rightmost area of overlap in assignment 2. While the RGB values between the overlap and the red bar may be different, the difference is subtle, and I'm looking at it here in Photoshop, by the way. Well, hi, Julie. I think that there are some good qualities to your assignment 2 here. However, mm, I'm not sensing that green is over in the left area of overlap. Now, sometimes, we're fooled because we expect to see the effects of the paint color wheel when in fact we're dealing with RGB color, and the results are going to be more like mixes of colors from that color wheel. So I will grant you a little leeway here. This second design appears to be the transparency part for assignment 3. It looks good. Hi, Lucretia. Looking at your assignment 2 here, my impression is that the center area of overlap is unusually dark, and that would be something to check. Could the rightmost area of overlap show more influence of the color red? Now, I believe I looked at this transparency example before. It looks okay. With your depth piece, I know I looked at that before, and we talked about some conflicting issues there that are food for thought for future designs where you want to use depth with color theory. Now, with vibration, one of the factors that's beneficial to creating vibration is having a warm color and a cool color, and here you've got two warm ones. Trina, this is a good solution to assignment 2, even if it is a little bit subtle. With assignment 3 and the transparency part, it appears that you are gradually bringing the violet stripes further forward toward the center. With your depth one, the effect is rather subtle, and I think that's because there's an impression that toward the center the color becomes more saturated, but I do observe that those colors are tones and shades. Now, with vibration, you certainly did get the effect. I noticed that the values are not precisely the same, but they're relatively close. Hi, Christina. I think you have the idea with assignment 2 here. One little thing to note is that there should be some degree of transparency illusion with every area of overlap. So when I check the RGB values at left, what I see with my eyes is verified. I can't detect any difference between the area of overlap and the blue bar. Let's see, your transparency design for assignment 3 is very intriguing. I noticed that you've used some soft edged shapes, which is enhancing the transparency effect. This is an excellent solution for the depth piece, the yellow one, a very unusual color for a depth project. Now, with vibration, I'm not seeing the effect of fully saturated colors, a warm and a cool, and similar values. In fact, I'm wondering whether this, what should be a vibration project, is really another take on depth. Hi, Starlet. You have a nice interval with your assignment too. That looks good altogether. The transparency piece for assignment 3 looks okay. And I like your concept with the depth piece. With vibration, you've got fully saturated colors with cool colors and a warm color. It might be that those colors could be more similar in value. Now, one thing I like to say about your designs overall is that the placement is relatively random, and I encourage you to construct your designs more so with repetition and perhaps use of the grid. Hi, Jamie. I like the interval with your areas of overlap in assignment 2, and it is impressive that you've used 4 bars rather than 3. With transparency, I like this effect, for your first part with assignment 3. And vibration is pretty good too. Now, a factor that contributes to vibration is if colors are fully saturated or nearly so. And if you actually take the color picker to the assignment sample, you'll notice that it's not a gradation of value that you see, but a gradation of hue. In fact, it's as though there are 2 gradations of hue intermingled. Now, this one on the bottom left must then be your depth piece. And I'm not seeing the effect in an obvious way. Of course, cool colors recede and warm colors advance. So you've got red versus cyan. But on the other hand, light colors advance and dark ones recede, and the cyan color is a lighter one. So there's a little bit of a conflict going on there. Well, hi, Chastity. When I look at your assignment 2, at first I'm taken aback because I think, why is it that the areas of overlap are gray? We would think that we might see green if blue and yellow are overlapped. But in fact, on the digital color wheel, yellow and blue are color opposites, which means that they do neutralize one another. So in fact, this is accurate. Your transparency design looks okay. I love this depth piece. It's very creative and innovative. It works quite well. I'd love to see it though without the stroke. Let's see, vibration looks good. Now that shade, of course, is not a fully saturated color, right? It's a shade of magenta, I believe. And the effect of vibration is greatest when we have fully saturated colors. Hi, Amy. Your assignment 2 looks pretty good. I think maybe it'd be nice to see more influence of red in the rightmost area of overlap. Now, with your transparency part for assignment 3, things look okay. However, it might be nice if those vertical bands were all similar in width. Now, I guess in center, this would be your depth project. It doesn't seem particularly controlled. Is this what you intended to submit? These 2 color sets, yellow on bottom and orange-red on top. Now, I understand that on the bottom, the lighter color appears to advance, and in the top, the darker red area appears to recede. This is a nice solution with your vibration piece. I would suggest using guides and measuring. Well, hi Nat, looking at your assignment 2, I noticed that the left area of overlap looks duller than the other 2. And I investigated. I went to use the color picker, and I find that the 2 rightmost areas of overlap are both fully saturated. Now, that might work. However, your red horizontal bar is not a fully saturated color, so that would lead us to conclude that a combination of saturated color and a less than fully saturated color would not give us fully saturated areas of overlap. With regard to these other 3, I believe that I addressed them in the discussion already.